This is our unified journal app. Um, when you get it, when you download it, you'll go to register here. Then you'll enter a name, email address, and a password, and click register. So now that we've registered, we can go and log in. And what we'll see is a list of all our tasks and journal items. You'll see at the bottom there's a journal button, and a tasks button, and a reminders button. When you go into it initially, you'll see a calendar at the top with all your tasks and journal entries at the bottom, unfiltered. If you want to filter them, you click on the calendar. You'll see there's two dots. The green means there's journal entries, and the orange means there's task entries. If you click on that, it'll filter by just today. If you click on another day, it'll filter by that day. If you want to see all of them again, you click on the calendar item. So now it shows everything. And these are not mine, these are just examples. You'll see there's a search and there's a refresh. The refresh syncs with the server, so it kind of backs up your data, but it also shares your information between different devices. If I wanted to search, I could go here and say clean, and it'll bring up clean house. It's a very powerful search. Okay, let's look at journals. We click on journal. Now we see all our journal entries across any number of days. All our entries. And to create a new one, you'll see when I clicked on journal, it got a plus here. So when I click on journal again, it allows me to do an entry. And I could do what I did today and make it bold. And then I could do a list of everything I did. No, let's turn the bold off. So I can say I climbed a tree, ate a pie, and I should be able to turn it off like that. Okay, then I can save that, and you'll see it'll come up at the bottom. It does put them in descending order, which is good. Okay, so that's your journal. You can also do a shopping list. Let's just look at that because it's a very useful feature to have. And this time I'll do the bold after I wrote it. So let's say we have to buy a car, tires, cat food, turn the bold off now, steak, save it. Sorry, that's a checkbox. Here's the save. Okay, then you'll see there's one shopping list. Now every time I go to the shop, I can use it and I can check it off and save it. But I can also use it again because I can go back to it, look for the shopping list, uncheck them, or just check the ones that I want. I might not need to buy tires every week, so I just mark the ones that I want and I click save it, and there's my list. I can have a packing list, I can have a shopping list, I can have a how to do stuff list, and whatever I want. Then we come to the really nice feature, the tasks. The task is normally only one item. So I would create a task to say go to, or let's say call Francie to come to work tomorrow, because he always forgets. And I'll save that, and you'll see it's at the bottom here. Now after I called Francie, I can hide it. It's actually a delete, but it's a hide, because it doesn't permanently delete anything. Which brings us to a very interesting thing. We can actually search things that have been hidden or deleted. I can click and hold, do a deep search, type Francie, and there it is. Even though it's been deleted, it still shows. So nothing is ever totally deleted. If you delete something by accident, it can always come, you can always still find it. So tasks are to add quick items that will remind you. It'll be in date order, descending, and just if browsing through them, I'm going to click on the calendar so that it shows everything. So here's all my tasks and all my journals. If I click on tasks, it'll just show all my tasks going back into the past. So I can look at any of them, I can delete them, I can edit them. And the thing is to make one task, one item, and just delete it and be finished with it. It's not like journal where it's a list or a diary, what you did or anything like that. It's just a quick something that you need to do. And although you can add a list of items to it, it's not recommended. It's not really for that. That brings us to reminders. If you click on reminders, you'll see it gets a plus, like any of the others do. And yeah, we have some really interesting features. So we can do a quick reminder. We click the plus. So we can put in anything. We can say go to the dentist. That's the heading, the title. But you can also have a longer message. I'm not going to use that right now. This is going to be a once off, and it's going to be for next week on the 10th. Click OK, and it's a once off, so I'm not going to click that. I'm going to change the date, the time. I'm going to make it for 11 o'clock exactly. Click OK, and show on calendar. Sometimes you might not want things to show on the calendar. If you do a task where you take medicine every single day, you wouldn't want to clutter the calendar, so you might take that off before you save it. But this one I wanted to show on the calendar, so I'll keep it. And there it is, and now you can see it, it'll come up on the 10th. When these things are off, they are not, they are disabled. If you disable something, it won't work. The reason why this is disabled at the moment is because the notifications don't work on Windows, and I'm showing you on a Windows interface. It runs on Windows, it runs on iOS, and it runs on Android. But the notifications at the moment are not working on the Windows version. I'll show you a very interesting one, VAT. With VAT, it has to be paid on the 25th of every month. So these are the days of the month. And incidentally, you can have a reminder, a monthly reminder. Yeah, you'll see it's monthly, with multiple days. So you can have more than one day a month. I'll take that off. Now, where it gets really good. You can also select like the first day of the month, the last day of the month, or you can select the first Monday of every month, or the last Friday of every month. But for VAT, we're going to make a weekend rule, which means if the 25th, like next month I think it is, falls on a weekend, it'll do it on the Friday before. So if the 25th is a Saturday or a Sunday, it'll remind you on the 23rd, so that you can deal with it at work and not be notified on the weekend. It's also got show on calendar, so you can choose to show it or not show it. Again, daily things you won't want to show. And then we click save. I'm not going to save this one because it's already saved, so I'll go out of it. And that's about it. After we've done changes, we should sync. If you've got a tablet, you're running this on your phone and your tablet, it'll sync between your phone and your tablet. It does sync automatically sometimes. When you open the program, normally it would do a sync. If it doesn't sync successfully when you open the program, the app, it will not block you, it'll just let you carry on working. You can do a manual sync. This is because you might be on an aeroplane, you might be on a trip where you don't have internet. It doesn't matter, you can use this app. It works offline just as well as online. And once you get to a place where you've got internet, you can sync it. You could also look at the version and go back to the dashboard. Now the dashboard in this instance is going back to the journals and tasks, so I could just click there as well, or I could click on calendar. And then if I want to look at journals, I'll go to journal, there's all my journal entries. Go to tasks, there's all my tasks. If I click on a date, it'll filter by that date. If I want to see everything, I click there, click on tasks to see any tasks. And there are more options here as well. It shows you the app version. There's a way to wipe your data. You can do that because you can just sync again. You can do a factory reset, wipes the whole database off your phone. That's if you're giving up your phone or you just don't want the program anymore. And you can log out, which means if somebody finds your phone and they want to go look at it, they have to log in first. And that's about all I can say about the Unified Journal.